How's your week been?
She's been uneventful. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta study and stuff, and I haven't really been that good at it. So.
What do you mean?
Let's not talk about my life right now.
Okay.
How's yours been?
Don't ask me rude questions.
Yeah, again, I'm just returning the favor.
There's no need to be so rude.
I'm just returning the favor.
Who said I want your favor?
Okay. True. That's actually really true, and I have nothing to say. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So this is Conversations Without Context. Out of context mainly because we don't really like to give context. And we're talking about random things all the time. So if you'd like to please indulge us for the next few minutes of your life, that'd be great.
I mean, it'd be cute. I mean, what else are you doing with your life?
I mean, you can subscribe and all that jazz. You can do that. That'd be fun too, I think. And it's free.
I mean, I'm sure you know how to do that.
You know, I
trust you. I don't want to be like those, hi guys, subscribe to my channel. There's a red button. You know what the button looks like.
And yet I feel like on the YouTube, it's going to be a little clip that shows how to subscribe.
Listen, that would be the best thing.
Miss Producer, you know what to do.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's on today's docket?
The better docket.
Hey, we don't have a docket. We have notes on our phones.
Do we though?
Okay, well I do. I don't know about you.
Because
I forget.
I just came here today.
I have a really terrible memory, so I have to write things down. If I don't, it's just I'd lose so much good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My lips are dry. Oh my gosh.
Why didn't you moisturize?
Huh?
Why didn't you moisturize?
Because I just brushed my teeth and then I just forgot to do something to my lips. Relax.
Oh my gosh. This is supposed to be automatic. You brush your teeth, Vaseline.
On the lips?
Yes.
But no, obviously I know Vaseline goes on the lips, but I didn't know that was a routine that people did.
It's what I do.
But so why do you make it seem like it's a thing everyone does? I didn't know that.
It just seems like the natural thing to do.
First of all, I'm also the only person who doesn't put their pajamas under their pillowcase, so there's that.
Wow. Okay.
Under their pillow.
Okay.
So I found out that everybody but me does this, so
it's okay.
No.
I'm teaching you things.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I do know that.
Conform. It's just the right thing. It's the right thing to do.
I'll think about it. I don't know, the Vaseline thing is a new one. I mean, I understand Vaseline on the lips when you're just in general, like in life.
Mm-hmm.
But like as a routine right after brushing your teeth, I've never thought to do that.
I think, just do it.
Okay. So today we're talking writer's block or creative block?
Creative block.
Yes.
Let's be inclusive, thanks.
Okay.
I'm not a writer.
Okay.
You want to talk about yourself?
Lead the conversation.
Oh. No, you start.
I have nothing to say. It's your topic.
Well, ma'am, listen. I've been stuck for years in this block now. Let's keep it buck. Let's keep it 100. It's been years.
I just want to say, if you are listening to this episode and there is no artwork, now you know why.
Fuck off. Actually, just shut up.
Sorry, I'm trash.
No, well,
I am trash.
No,
let's put that out there right before
let's
you
not.
guys get your hopes up about me. I'm trash. Don't get your hopes up about me.
I have dealt with you all these years. Surely you're not trash.
I've dealt with you. Fuck.
Okay, going back to creative block. So, there was a time when I was making stuff like non-stop, going on and on and on. And I stopped.
I remember there was a time you were doing like those silhouette portraits of people.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the correct term.
No, man doesn't. Don't ask me.
It's your shebang, is it not?
Listen.
Barely.
Well, I have been struggling. Like, people have reached out to me, be like, "Hey, what's going on with your art? Why haven't you posted anything? I want to see your stuff." And I'm just like, it's coming. Yeah.
Or you
It's
could just
hard.
be honest and just be like, "Hey, bruh, it's dry."
I have had those moments where I'd be like, just no. And I feel bad because...
Oh, is it because those people are requesting something from you?
Ooh, touchy. But yeah. And I really think that in the moment that project... Oh, my wrist cracked. I really think in that moment...
ASMR from the people.
Coming up next episode. I really think that... Okay. Wow. Let's not.
You said ASMR.
Okay, not yet. Maybe on an OnlyFans type account.
What is up with your OnlyFans? You are obsessed.
Anyway, people would request things from me, and I would think, okay, this is the project. This is someone I've been wanting to work with for years, and I've been following their stuff. I really like, "Hi, son." It just doesn't happen. I've had to go back on my word. I've paid people back because nothing.
I didn't know about the people that you wanted to work with, G-Shati. So you could have had a whole career now.
Oh, my child.
Yeah, no. I mean, look at me talking like I'm not going through the same thing.
Well, at least there's progress. At least there's something that you're doing.
What am I doing?
You've been writing every now and again?
No. Like, one line doesn't constitute.
Okay.
And that was like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But I mean, it's been months.
Yeah.
Probably, where are we? We're end of March. At least 6.
Yeah.
So.
What is it like for you? What is the block? I don't want to say...
It's the same thing as you. It's the same thing. It's there's sorry.
Disgusting.
It's just a lack of... It's the same thing for you. It's just a lack of inspiration. I'll look at a piece of paper, or I usually write in my phone at this stage in my life. I look at it and there's nothing that comes to mind. I'm just like, oh, this is a blank screen.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Time to play some Candy Crush.
Let me go get Doritos.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, that's sort of where I'm at with it. It sucks because it's a great outlet.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic outlet, especially because I'm very much in my head. So, it's kind of, there's that also, besides the sort of looking at a piece of paper and there's just nothing comes to mind. There's also like it's kind of like if you had a block drain.
Okay.
And there's something blocking.
Mm-hmm.
There's a mental block, but I don't know what it is.
I'm thinking of all the worst disgusting things.
Okay.
But it's a great metaphor. Continue.
But yeah, it's like there's just I don't know what it is. There's something blocking the way. It's not always like that. Sometimes it's just like, I don't feel like writing.
Yeah.
And now I know it's a thing of just, I want to write.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Relatable.
So
I feel the same way. I keep on saying this to people, but being a creative.
I'm not a creative. I rebuke that.
Being a creative.
I rebuke that. Don't involve me in that mess.
Being a creative person. There's a difference.
Sure, I'll take it.
Let's go.
It's semantics, but I'll take it. Okay.
It feels like it's ubizo. That's what I've been saying to people. It's like a calling.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ignore, it will haunt you and it will torment you forever until you go back to it. But the thing is, like, what's the block though? Where's the disconnect coming from?
For yourself or for me?
Just in general, I guess.
I really don't know. Like I'd like to think that probably something happened to trigger that. But to pinpoint that trigger is the difficult part.
I suppose.
I mean, what would you say was your trigger?
Depression. I mean, besides, I mean, not that it's a trigger, but it definitely contributes.
It puts your mind in another phase where it can't function the way it's meant to.
Yeah.
That was my first trigger for the first writer's block. I had it for like 2 years.
Yeah, I remember that. That was long.
Yeah.
That was... You were in it. For
2 years, I was like, hey, is it over, cuz? Cuz, is it over? For real. For real. I was like, oh, this is it. This is it. I'm really going into corporate. I couldn't, and then I wrote, it was Sometimes, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that came after that. And then I wrote the thing that I'm writing. Well, I've written it, it's finished. And then the 6 months happened.
Yeah.
So I wrote the entire album thing, and then the 6 months happened. Also, I guess I also put an excuse for school, and now my excuse is also now work. But that's not an excuse anymore. I think now it's just I just have a block.
Yeah.
My drain is just blocked. I don't know what it is. And no, can you stop? Your face. Your face.
You said a blocked drain. What else am I gonna think?
Can you pretend to be an adult at some point? No, it's not nice. I know.
Look, I feel like right now I'm a has-been and I haven't even been yet. That's what's paining me as well. I haven't even
popped off like that.
It's not that I'm looking for popularity, but kinda am. Kinda wanted to make this work as like a living as well. And then I think that also stressed me out because I started looking at numbers, like who's liking my stuff, who's sharing my stuff, how much money am I making this week from this. Those numbers didn't add up for me. My expectations weren't met, and I crumbled at some point.
That's gonna happen to me.
Oh.
No, that's for real. And that's why I decided let me cut off social media, because we start to place too much importance on it, even though it is important this day and age. Don't get me wrong, if you're trying to pop off, you need it. Unless you're like, I don't know, in the forest of Narnia or something. I don't know. But that's a very dangerous thing. And also, I think when something becomes a job that was a passion, the passion of it can go away, because that's your avenue to make a living. And so that's your avenue to make a living. And so it can stress you out the same way a job you hate can stress you out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's the gist of it doesn't change. I mean, what you're doing is what changes, but you're making a living.
Yeah.
And if you don't sell X amount of art or for an X amount price,
boy,
life gets tough.
Boy.
So, yeah, I mean, even music's the same thing. Yeah. I think that's why you guys will notice is that one of our personality differences is that she's very risk positive and I'm risk adverse. And
I'm just thinking of... Okay.
I'm very risk adverse. And so, yes, I really do like music. Would I like to do it for a living? Yes. 100%, because it's much more natural for me. I don't really need the frills of the fame. I don't really care for that, but I like the fun of creating. Yeah, that's for me. That's where it's at, and I'm definitely only gonna drop every 4 years, but that's not the point. So that's not the point. So what was I gonna say? I've lost my train of thought completely. Risk adverse.
Depression.
You're not wrong. That's also another topic we want to talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what's up with creative people in that? It's stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah, you were gonna say?
Oh, I'm risk adverse, which is why, I mean, also it helps with the fact that I was fairly good at school, so I could get into a career that is high earning.
True.
So that if this music thing doesn't work out, I'm still gonna be good. I'm gonna be more than good.
Yeah.
So that's why. And also, if I make it into the music career, all that studying was a waste.
Well, it was
really.
a pillow to fall on. Like,
it wasn't really a waste, because honestly, I studied something with the idea that it was gonna help me in music anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So either way, it was never gonna be a waste per se. It's just that I would never do it practicing, but for other people, as a service provider, but I would do it for me, myself, and I.
Absolutely.
And as an investor and all the jazz.
Yeah.
So it was definitely worth it, and also I liked having exclusive things.
Of course.
I'm not gonna lie. I like knowing that I can do things that not everyone can do. It's I guess you can call it an ego thing, but it's more just. I like doing difficult things. I like challenging myself to do difficult things that not everyone can do. Yeah. And then knowing that I can do it, for me, it's like, girl, you got it. Yeah. I think I'm compensating for things, but let's just be honest. I'm compensating, but it's I think because in general people are insecure, so
that's true.
So there's a lot of up and down about it. So I'm just being on. Yeah. But in general, there is a huge sense of accomplishment for me. There is a huge sense of accomplishment for me, even if you take out the whole compensation thing, because I set very high goals for myself and things that I know are difficult, and when I reach them, I'm like, yeah, that's it. Got it. Which is very difficult then when you have a creative block and you're like, I have a goal and I'm not reaching it, which is also another frustrating thing, because technically I had planned. What is in my throat today?
We don't know. I don't know.
It could be the creative block.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Technically, the thing that I'm working on should have been done end of last year. November-ish. So that's also frustrating when I don't accomplish a goal that I set for myself in the time that I set it for myself. Yeah. It's also another emotion that comes in with the creative block. It's different when you just have no desire to write, so there is no goal. But when it's like, I have an actual desire to do it, the goal's there, I just cannot.
There's something that's, blocking the final orgasm.
Why does it always go there for you? How does it always... But yes.
It was right there. It's a good analogy.
You're right. Okay.
I make straight facts. I am straight facts.
I'm so tired. I'm not even going to fight this at this point.
What are you tired of? I'm just being myself.
True.
Oh, well...
I have nothing to say. I wanted to give a smart comeback, and then I was like, go disagree. You have nothing.
Maybe, this block of yours kind of helped me right now. Shout outs.
But we did do the cover, so that was a creative outlet. But you didn't. You were mostly the muse there.
True.
Oh, but I mean, did that do anything for you? Was my question.
I think it was nice to be part of something. I wanted to be part of an artistic project. I think I really enjoyed doing that. I don't know if anything is sparking that inspiration just yet.
Okay, so your thing is similar in the sense that you want to but you can't, or is it a thing of you have no desire?
I have all the desire in the world.
So we're in the same place.
I have every single urge, every single itch to create right now. I sit at the table, look at... Same thing, blank page. I look at my material and I'm like, where am I going to start? how am I going to put these things together? I don't know how I did it previously when, like, years ago, when I was just, every single day, I would just sit down and make something, like maybe 2 or 3, sometimes 5 things in one day. And I'd be like, okay, cool. We'll try again tomorrow.
You know what I think contributes, though? And this is some weird Jedi mind trick. I've noticed that when I'm more busy and I have more things to do is when I'm more creative.
Yeah.
But when I have just, my life is simplified for the time being, nothing. So when you hear it, all you have to do is work.
Yeah, basically.
Because before when you were still doing that stuff, you were still in school.
Yeah. And
that was a lot.
Well,
you were doing other things. It was just school.
It was just school.
But it was a much more busier. Much more busier. Wow. It was a much busier schedule than the one you have now in terms of the toll that it takes.
Yeah.
And I think you had but you needed an outlet.
True.
And that was it.
Maybe I haven't been as busy as then. Because back then, fine, I would go to school, but I had assignments, I had to study for tests, I had to study for exams, I had to do group projects. And that kept me busy all the time. Besides, with work, you just do a task and you're done. Basically.
Yeah, basically. So, yeah, it's the same for me, really. Because before, I had school and then I'd go to part-time work, anywhere that I could find it. And that would keep my brain occupied. Now it's just like wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work, wake up, go to work.
Yeah.
Now, I technically I should have been more busy, but I wasn't. Like in terms of I had more things to do, I just didn't do them.
Mm-hmm.
Until the very last second. Maybe it's also a sense of comfortability in your position.
Yeah.
And like, okay, we're settling into work. Let's focus on getting the money.
Disgusting.
Which could be it too.
It could be. I think also right now, it's a lot easier for me to be stressed because now I'm not working for pocket money. I'm working for rent. I'm working to eat. I'm working to, for life. I have to work and I can't really spend much time doing anything else, or maybe I'm not allowing myself because either I'm working, I'm sleeping, or I'm trying to numb it out with YouTube or Netflix.
I'd rather that than drugs. Because the way you said that, I'm trying to numb it out. Whoa.
Okay.
It's giving.
Okay.
It's giving.
I mean, I'm in Cape Town, but doesn't mean that I am Cape Town.
No offense to the Cape Townians.
All offense. Fuck y'all.
Oh.
Y'all are weird as fuck. I went up Lion's Head this week.
Mm-hmm.
Made it to the very top. This group of women they took out their wine bottles and they're like, okay, let's go live, guys. I'm like, what? Why?
This is the vlogging capital.
What? Enjoyed the moment. It was literally.
You can do it on Instagram Live.
Oh my goodness. They were taking out wine. I'm like, this is definitely an hour hike down. How are you drunk and still gonna go down?
Shh. Don't ask too many questions.
Oh my gosh.
You're asking too many questions.
Good Lord.
You're asking too many questions. I don't think they're going to get like safe, but they're going to get like tipsy.
No, they were like loose.
Oh.
They were getting loose.
Shawty get loose. So how long are you guys up there?
We were there for climbing or at the top?
At the top with the other hands.
For about an hour, we were watching the sunset.
You went out at night?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you call serial killer heaven.
There were a lot of us. No one would have done anything.
Okay.
Okay, relax.
This is why I would rather climb in at the hottest time of the day. I don't care.
No, I could not. It was very hot. It was nice though. It was pretty. It was strange. Cape Town, I don't know.
But this city's more for you than it is for me, so I'm very shocked that you're finding it strange.
Okay, there's a level of pretentiousness I wasn't expecting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have told you that.
I know there's like a level of pretentiousness here, but at the rate that I'm seeing...
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't sit well with my soul.
This is all in all big cities. Like that's the one thing that you can, whether you went here or you went to Joburg, pretentiousness was something that you were going to see.
Oh, and there's so many bad artists. I'm not trying to say I'm the best. I haven't made stuff in years, but shit, man, your guys suck. I mean, I want to collab with some of y'all. Like, listen, I love you.
That's why she's not mentioning names. You see how I was avoiding names the first episode? Remember how I was avoiding names in the first episode? One. She's avoiding names now because she's still trying to get a bag. At some point, she's still trying to get a bag.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna name names.
No, don't do that. One name. Let me tell you smartest thing you can do business wise. Shut your mouth.
Okay, fine. Okay, but some of
y'all
don't
make enemies before you even enter the room.
Go to my Twitter. I will make some tweets for you. I will pin them. Then we can do it on a personal basis. Okay.
What do you mean?
I'm going to dig myself an artistic hole.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to make sure I'm the hated. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna be the Kanye.
Ew. No. I still like black people. No.
Okay, fine. You don't believe slavery was a choice?
Oh no, child, no. Slavery was a choice. How do you...
Let's not even go there. Not today. I'm not trying to be woke.
Not today.
Let me tell you what you're not gonna find here. Listen. I just want to shoot the shit and just talk shit.
Say it. Say it.
Say what?
I thought you were gonna talk shit.
No, that was the announcement.
Oh.
I was just setting an expectation level that was correct. Right. For the people, in case they're expecting us to start talking about like really intense things. That's not here.
Remember the time when Solange dropped a seat at the table, and just the art that was coming out at the time, just the influences. I mean, one of them included me on their website, but nah, man, I don't know. Okay.
First of all, Solange, shout out to you if you want to work with me.
No, I like Solange. Okay, I like Solange.
No, but for real, I love Seat at the Tables. And it's a really good name. I don't know why. It's like, and the cover art, I was like, wow, she really did that.
Yeah.
Even before you get to the album, I'm like, the cover art with the title, Seat at the Table.
It was cool.
I was like, okay, Solange.
I liked it.
She was like, hold on now. Y'all got me fucked up. Wait a minute. Let me give you this.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so those artists at the time, they were really cringy to you.
I think it goes back to what we were talking about in the music episode, where it felt like only one type of art was being celebrated, where you were all a seat at the table, we're standing in formation, muted colors. It was only a certain type. Like, I don't have anything against that type of aesthetic. I'm trying to neutralize my wardrobe right now. But
me too. It's frustrating. I have so that's your problem in art, like visual arts.
Yeah, I want there to be more.
Mine is quite the opposite. I want more Solanges.
You want there to be a focus.
No, not a focus. Just, I always say it's like there's enough space for everyone. It's just that it seems like there's only one type of music that's getting people's attention, and the only type of music that people are coming out with, like because they feel like that's the only thing that's gonna help them make it.
Yeah.
So, for me, I'm not somebody who's gonna just, like, musically, creatively speaking, I'm not someone who's just gonna conform from the heck of it. I'm just not me. It's just not where if I had
Drake.
if I had to come out with like a twerk anthem, you'd probably be like, why?
I would love it though. Why still?
Because
I don't see you as a twerk anthem type.
Exactly.
Person.
But you'd know exactly why I would do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So for me, it's like I make I don't want to
nursery rhymes. That's what she's been trying to say. She's been writing nursery rhymes this whole time.
In a manner of speaking,
she's been teaching the kids how to crip walk
with TikTok tutorials.
No.
It's kind of like it's not like conscious in the sense of like society. It's more introspective, piece of shit type music.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's not what's out. Which is fine for me because it creates your own lane. But the problem with having your own lane is that you also need to find places to for that lane to be laid, in the sense.
Yeah.
Because you need to make a living off of it. So in order for that to happen, there has to be a crowd for it. A crowd big enough for you to pay rent.
Yeah.
Not a crowd that's like, and we appreciate every crowd.
Oh, listen.
We appreciate the 20 people.
Listen.
10 people. Listen, first of all, if there's more than 10 people listening to this podcast, I'm be very excited.
I love each and every one of you.
She also said, fuck you. I just want you to know at the beginning.
Listen, you need to learn the turbulence of life.
And the toxicity of life, apparently.
I was actually, there's this one Instagram video I came across. And this woman was talking about her come up in the creative world. She makes pottery. And she was saying how, if only 10 people like your stuff, that's okay. She's like, imagine 10 people walking into your room and be like, I like your stuff. That's a lot of people.
No. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's fantastic. It's the turning those 10 people that come into your room into 8 people that will buy.
That's the tough part for me.
That's the conversion rate I'm working with. I don't need 100 people to like it. I need just enough for it to be enough.
To live.
You know what I'm saying?
Capitalism. Listen, I'm trying to be rich. I want money. I want to be comfortable. I'm sorry. Cancel me today. My number is 0. I'm not trying to dox myself. Never mind.
I was like, you're brave.
No, man. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Firstly, you're going to cancel me by the end of this year anyway, because there's going to be a few inappropriate jokes that will come out of my mouth.
What's canceling anyway? If only a temporary means of stoppage.
True there.
Yeah.
And people that just want to wank off to themselves on the internet.
Oh, now you're talking about wanking and I couldn't say orgasm earlier. Actually, I should just go home because... But yeah.
But again, we're not going to get super woke. I don't have time for it. I've got enough stress in my life.
Is woke still a thing?
Yes, they just call it different things now.
We have discourse now.
Is that what it's called on Twitter?
No, I don't know what it's called now.
Oh, I don't know what the kids are saying. It's been almost a year for me, so I don't know.
It's the cats, okay.
It's the cats.
I secretly hate that word, but I've been using it.
So, okay, yeah. So now that we're at this impasse. Sorry for our American listeners.
Wow.
Or one of you. Now that we're at this impasse, if you're like a magic wand or like a genie, said, look, if you were to be any other type of creative besides what you are, what would you be?
Funnily enough, I would get into music. Funny enough, I want to be a musician. I want to play instruments.
It's the most lucrative, so... Actually, no.
Listen.
The like art paintings are the most lucrative.
You're sure about? Okay.
There's a basket that sold this week for like 40 million.
Okay.
And that nigga been dead.
But then he's dead. He's not enjoying that money.
True that. But I mean, the resale value, bro.
Okay,
like,
true,
you can't resell. Oh, you can resell a record, actually. A vinyl. You really can.
Okay, for passion sake, let's leave
the money.
I want to be a musician. I want to play.
Nothing's stopping you.
All of it. Money is stopping me.
From what? Now. Buying an instrument?
Yes.
You had a guitar 5 seconds ago.
It's at home in the other city.
True.
So, I want to bring it.
No, dude, bring it. I think that's honestly, I would use that to my advantage, personally, if you started playing an instrument, because I would make you play it. That's what I would do. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, okay, I'm going to need you to just give me a few chords.
Of course. But I already know a couple of things. I can play one song.
Then, hey, that's good enough for me. It's better than me. And I'm the one that actually does it, so.
And for you, if you could pick a different medium, different outlet.
Acting.
Really? What kind of acting?
Dramatic acting.
Yeah.
Or you mean like film, stage? What do you mean? Oh.
Whatever the question means for you. Let's be subjective.
Not you copping out like that.
Oh! Okay, I'm talking a kind of stage you want, a genre.
It would be something dramatic.
Yeah.
I like dramatic roles, but I think it because it takes the same. I can see that it takes the same energy out of those actors. When I watch, I watch a lot of like actors on actors and all that stuff, all those YouTube things.
Yeah.
And the way they describe it is, it takes out of them what writing takes out of me.
Explain.
The type of emotion, like the fact that you have to go into a particular space and level of vulnerability to get to where you want to go. So I think it would be the easiest transition for me in terms of getting into that space. I know I would act my own argument by saying I know myself and I don't like being vulnerable face to face.
That's true.
So
it's taking me years. So how much more in like an hour? Yeah, I get you.
So those two things, they don't make sense, but in my head it makes sense. It's that whole it being a challenge thing.
It kind of reminds me of this actress. Her name is Shelley Duvall in The Shining. Mm-hmm. After The Shining, she had somewhat of a mental breakdown because of how taxing that role was. And they kind of tortured her. Not tortured, but they kind of mistreated her on set. Like scaring her and, certain things that they would deprive her of. And I'm not sure about the deprivation, but there was a time where she wasn't sleeping properly. They would scare her. They would keep her on edge. And her performance is amazing, but
at what cost?
At what cost?
See, but I wouldn't do stuff like that. Like a more dramatic, like not horror thriller stuff. Yeah. Like no, I don't like watching them. I don't want to be in them.
Personally, a fan.
No, more like those people that are always like, oh, you're going for the Oscar. Those type of roles, like Viola Davis not raining down her face.
I see you.
Type of thing.
I love.
Or those like indie movies where like there's always some single mother that's like suffering and she has to walk through a bodega.
Oh.
Like it's always that scene where she's holding the baby, she looks a mess, and then and she's just buying like one like carton of milk or something like that. I just think that it'd be the easiest transition because I know personally, like, I don't know if I'd get the same satisfaction out of like visual arts. I don't think it would do for me what it should.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think acting is probably maybe I'll try it later on in life, but I'd only do it if after I like train.
I hope you do. I think you'd do well, actually.
I would train though. Like I would actually get a teacher for a long time. Like I wouldn't just be like, there's some people where it's like you were offered a movie role because you're popular. No shade. No shade.
Firstly, winner.
And she's naming names.
Let's talk about South African actors because damn.
The thing that's like weird about that is that South African actors are really good.
Oh, honey.
So even the ones that are like, you're just here because you're popular, they're not that bad either. So, but there's so many people like, and I know because I went to UCT and I know a lot of actors. I'm like, man, there's people that really are about this, and you're doing it because it's a check.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with music. Like, there's too many artists I can tell you're not doing this because you like music. You're doing this because it gets you a bag and it gets you followers.
Whisper the name to me.
I mean, you have so many names in your head right now. I know you do. There's people or rappers especially that are just like, you don't care about the music.
Yeah.
You're just here because it's making you money. Think about the people that are always like the assembly line type of rappers that I was speaking about before.
But also that's interesting because then you could say for them it's just a job as much as any other job.
Yeah, but I mean, you are saying that being creative is something it's like being a teacher. You shouldn't do it unless you really are called to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like being, or even like being a doctor. Don't be a doctor or a nurse if you don't actually care about helping people.
I mean, for those who are not doing it because they're passionate, they just...
Yeah, but you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell when the doctor doesn't care because they treat you dismissively.
Yes, they do.
They are patronizing if you ask them questions because it's just like, just take this medicine. Or you can tell when teachers don't want to be there. Exactly, and it's just a job. I can name a few
from our school.
Exactly, so you can tell when certain artists they're not there for the art.
Yeah,
it doesn't stop you from doing it. You can do it until you go blue in the face, but I would like to think the consumer is smart enough to know that they're smart enough to tell the difference. But which I don't know. I doubt that because these people are still also getting banged. True. So which means they're either oblivious or they're willing to overlook it. Because if it knocks, I'm overlooking the shenanigans. But I do think the consumer is smart enough to see it.
Yeah, for sure.
But the problem is the ones that they know are passionate, they're not making.
And that's the weird thing. You'd think someone who puts so much energy, time, quality control, all of it, you'd think. But alas.
Here we are. Hopefully when in 10 years' time we'll listen to this and my good sis over here is a musician and I'm an actor. And
we laugh now.
And and the way one works is that
Son, let me tell you something.
It could really be.
Yeah. We never know. We'll see.
But yeah, I think we've sort of taken up enough time of your day.
Yeah. Say something now. What do you want to do in 10 years? Okay, cool. It's gonna happen. Bye.
Okay. Please subscribe. Please send this to your friends, especially your creative friends.
Send it to your mom.
No.
Tell your mom, hi mom, I love you so much. I don't even know you.
I just want you guys to know is that she's not high.
Oh wow, okay. We can happy.
No, because you say outlandish things and you're completely sober, which is to me is like, wow. I'm proud.
Okay.
I'm completely proud of you when you say these things. I'm
take that as a compliment?
No, it is. Sorry, no, did it sound shady? Oh, I'm sorry. It's like the fact that you say so many outlandish things and there's usually your inhibitions are lowered with substances. Yours is gone.
Oh,
sober.
Wow. Wow.
And I love that. So, subscribe, Like, share it with people that are creatives and people that are not, who still want to listen to something for 45 minutes. And